Food from heaven. Let's look at Exodus 16, verse 5. Exodus 16 is the story of the manna and quail. This is exciting. So they're all out in the desert, and we're going to jump down to verse 4. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. In this way I will test them and see whether they follow my instructions. On the 6th day they are to prepare what they bring in, and that is to be twice as much as they gather on the other days. And I have over here on the side, God is training them to trust Him, and that we shouldn't murmur against God, that we should trust and be patient. Food from heaven. In the spring of 2020, many of us experienced a shock at the grocery store. Items we needed weren't in stock. COVID. Rice, pasta, cleaning supplies, and paper goods were difficult to find for several weeks. Stores began to limit purchases and to order more quantities, but soon shelves were sufficiently restocked, to the relief of many shoppers. When the Israelites left Egypt, they didn't have food that could last for weeks as they journeyed to the Promised Land. About a month after leaving Egypt, the people complained to Moses that they were going to die of hunger, so God provided food for them in the form of manna. 5 days a week, they woke up to food on the ground that they could gather and eat that day. On the 6th day, they were to gather twice as much in order to have food for the Sabbath. The manna was just one of the ways God provided for the Israelites during their journey. In the same way, the food we eat each day is one of the many ways God provides for us. Whether the store shelves are full or empty, God provides. And I think we all had some amazing stories during COVID, right? A lot of people were being generous and helping other people. Some people were hoarding a bunch of stuff, but there's a lot of great stories of sharing going on at that time too, which is really exciting. But I know throughout my whole life, God has always provided. There's been times when we were on food stamps with Todd's accident, and God still provide. People would give us food, or I would get extra little side jobs, or Todd might get a little extra side job. I mean, God will look out for you. And then the blessing of that is when you've been blessed like that, you turn around, and then later when other people are in that situation, God can work through you, and you can be the blessing in God's hands to help other people. So just trust God today. He's got you, my friend. He's got you right here. And He's going to use other people, to be blessing you. So it's important, my friend, also the other side of that is that you be listening to God so that you can be that blessing to other people, because God is never going to let any of us down. So I hope today you remember God gave them manna way back then, and thank goodness we don't have to live on manna alone, that we can have lots of food at the grocery store. But God's going to bless you today. And if you have extra, be a blessing to someone else. That's a great way to live. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. You can order your own copy of Strength for Today by Dr. David Jeremiah by going to davidjeremiah.org or calling Turning Point at 877-998-0222. And I would like to answer any question you may have about faith in Jesus. Just email me through my website, nancyjoytoyou.com. I hope you lean on God's strength and have a fantabulous day.